Hey everybody, and welcome to the Shady Rays postgame show. Pete Moylan, Chris Rose, Kelsey Wingert down there on the floor. Quick reminder, head on over to shadyrays.com, type in the code word warehouse. You're going to get 40% off your next pair of shades.
He did it again. So sweet.
I will tell you this. That was an awesome finish.
Another
Canobbio with the grand slam, and then Drew Davis slamming the door shut.
Yeah, a lot of emotions. You could see that. Drew got down on himself again mid-game. Yep. A little chat from Canobbio, builds him back up. The emotions were there, as I said. But just, they played great ball. They played great blitzball today. That's what we need to see from them.
I got to imagine, though, that Dan Canobbio, who had struck out 6 times before his grand slam, not today, but in the entire season.
Yeah.
He is our Shady Rays player of the game. So congratulations to him with the big blast. Don't forget to use the code word warehouse to get 40% off your next pair of shades. You're also going to get early access to the John Boy Media and Shady Rays collaboration dropping later this year.
Beautiful.
Jimmy's got a pair and Jake's got a pair, so we're all looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Kelsey Wingert, you have a couple of happy dudes.
Oh, my goodness. You mentioned the grand slam by Dan there. And, Dan, I know that had to feel good. There's been a lot of kind of antics between these two teams here. Kyle was talking a lot of smack about you pregame. You felt you had him pitching, but you got Kollin for that big grand slam there. Walk me through that.
It just feels good to pick up Drew because Drew's having the tournament of his life. And just to have a moment there, like they brought up, I didn't even know I had 6 strikeouts. Is that golden sombrero? What's the 6? Do we even have a word for that?
That's a platinum sombrero.
Okay. Platinum sombrero. I was rocking it, but that swing felt good. It felt like a release. It's good to get a win over Kyle and Stoner, who are, despite their antics towards me, great competitors.
I'm going to get back to you about Drew here, but Drew, for you, especially that big strikeout to end the game. I know we've talked about the emotional loss yesterday, but for you to pull through in multiple ways, but to get that final strikeout, how do you think that that's going to help your confidence rebounding off of the loss yesterday?
I think the thing that helped the most was Dan having confidence in me and telling me to stay out there. It boosted my confidence a lot when he told me to stay out there, so that was really cool. I think it was a really good move by him. I think he could have done the same thing, but I definitely think that helped me going forward.
What's that sliding play?
Yeah, well, that's what I was about to say, is you had the big strikeout, but, man, that huge defensive play, you, went up against the wall there. What was that like? Did you think that he had a chance to make that play?
Honestly, I thought it was unbelievable instincts from him. They lit off with that seeing eye single, and then another one that could have opened up the floodgates, but he stopped it right away. I saw that he had the hot hand. I was like, just go. Just you. It's your game now. But that play was unbelievable. He's making huge plays. Kid's a stud.
Oh, man, what a great team win for you guys. Both of you guys contributing in a big, big win here. So congratulations again for your win over McFlurry Power. Guys.
All right, Kelsey, thank you very much. As we take a look at the overall standings, hook, line, sinkers at 1-1. The best they could be seeded for the postseason is the 4 seed, but most likely they're going to end up in that 5, 6, 7 area where it is win or go home. As for McFlurry Power, boy, they could be the team on the outside looking in come playoff time. They are rooting for the loser of the Baggage Pinstripe Strong game, not only to lose, but to get blown out so they at least win the run differential tiebreaker. All right, right now, let's take you inside the media room for more reaction.
All right, you guys ready?
Unfortunately.
Let's start from the top. Stoner comes out, hits a bomb off of Drew. The guy's an extra base machine. Can you just comment on your thoughts during that at-bat?
Pre-game, I was working with Como. We were working on a new strategy, trying to figure out how to get me some hits. I knew exactly what I was looking for. He threw the pitch 3 times at bat. The third one, I finally got it, and, yeah, felt good.
Awesome. And then, honestly, it seemed like you guys were frustrating the heck out of him. You had Dan throwing his glove. Drew was banging his shoes after every at-bat. But then Canobbio found a pitch and hit a grand slam. Can either of you talk me through your thought processes after seeing that one leave the park?
Yeah. When I was up pitching, I was just trying to stay in on Dan. I just wanted to stay tight on his hands, maybe throw it at him. He was just a little off the plate, and he was able to get his hands out front and hit it.
And then the other aspect of this game is that we had a booth review on what some would say was a clear attempt at the ball. Now, ball didn't lie, struck out anyway. But did that throw your mojo off at any point throughout the game?
I think so. Think it got in the head a little bit. It shouldn't, but It did. When we went over the rules before in our meetings, we were told if it's parallel with the plate, it would be called a strike. And the bat was, in my opinion, perfectly parallel with the plate, and it was called a ball. So I'm not really sure where we stand on the rules then. But you're right, the ball didn't lie. We got the out, and it didn't end up mattering. We just got to be able to shake it and move on, and hopefully Baggage can put up a 5 spot for us.
Yeah, so you guys are not out. You have a shot at the 7 seed if Baggage. So you're not out. You would go to a tiebreaker if Baggage wins by 4 or Pinstripe by 3. If Baggage wins by 5 or Pinstripe by 4, you're automatically the 7th seed.
Okay.
What are your thoughts? Who are you rooting for going into this last game?
Well, Joe still hasn't recorded an out yet. He's going to have to pitch today. So just based on history, I'm going to have to go with Baggage here and hope that they put up a 5 spot. I know Baggage needs a 5 spot to get into the winner's bracket and avoid the loser's bracket. So it's not like they're just messing around. A win doesn't just get them in. They need 5 as well. So the hope is Baggage goes out there and just lays it to Pinstripe, and we get a life tomorrow, and we can take advantage of that.
Baggage being the away team, they're going to have to hit twice anyways. Joe's is going to have to get an out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And say you do move on to the loser's bracket, mentality is still strong.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We got to beat them all anyways.
Yeah, if we're playing, we're playing. We still got a chance. We're still alive. Don't matter where we are. I mean, we both feel comfortable. I mean, playing good games, we just gotta put it together. You know, he played well today. I played well yesterday. If we can both play well at the same time, I think we'll be dangerous.
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Let's start from the top and get the bad stuff out of the way first.
Okay.
Kollin smacks a homer. Oof. What was the thought process right then? And then K-Mac followed up by getting the walk to make it 2-0 before you guys got to hit.
My thought process was I suck. It's pretty simple.
We got to work on that. We're working on that.
It sucked. I don't know. It just sucked because I think like going into this tournament, I never let up a home run, or like really, I think I've only like let up like 1 run. So to go walk off grand slam to next at bat homer, that one sucked. So yeah, just
there was a lot of blitzball left.
Yeah.
But I understand you're a perfectionist, so you want to be perfect out there, but you got to be able to flush it, and he did. He flushed it. 2 runs is really not a lot in blitzball. So happy to get out of that first inning, just giving up 2 runs.
And I knew that too. We had just watched Levias come back from 3-0, so like I knew we had a chance to come back. Yeah. I was just like my pitching. I was more just like I gotta go up and do some of that bat.
Yeah, right. And we're the home team, so we had that going for us.
Now getting the more positive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Canobbio, can you walk me through your at-bat against McFlurry, and you hit a grand slam?
I did. I was struggling, to say the least. It felt like roulette league when Jack had my number, man, striking me out 5 or 6 times, and then I hit that go-ahead home run. That's what it felt like for Stoner. But I did feel like I was having good at-bats leading up to that grand slam. I just missed a few sliders or 2 seamers to K-Mac. I just missed one to Stoner earlier in the inning. But that one, he left it right over the heart where I like it, low and in, and I just put the barrel on it. And, man, it's the best feeling in the world. I know everyone likes to hit home runs. But when you hit a home run after struggling, I can finally do something for Drew, who's been carrying me. It's the best feeling in the world. It's awesome. I wish I could channel it, bottle it, and sell it.
Nice. All right, Drew, you, before Canobbio's grand slam, you got the 2 runs, but you had walked twice. After the second walk, I think you could tell body language-wise you were dying to hit.
Yeah.
Can you walk me through that?
I just I understand what other people feel like sometimes when I struggle hitting the zone. It's like not only does it suck for the pitcher who's walking, like you want to hit. So I wanted to do some damage other than just walk. Like I think I got first at bat, I got a base hit off K-Mac. So I was like feeling really good, and I just wasn't getting anything. And I wanted to like get back what I had given up. So I was just like I was so eager to get something. Yeah.
To get back.
All right, I want to start with Canobbio on this one. With possibly the best defensive play we've seen in the warehouse. Canobbio, walk me through your point of view, and then Drew, follow up.
I was thinking, oh crap, we're 2 on now because a seeing eye single off of me, off of K-Mac, and then another bleeder. And I've never seen someone cover more ground in the warehouse. You went from mound to basically where the door is. Like if we did like a sports science on it, like you were never supposed to be near there. to get it and to fold up into the wall, hold it like an NFL catch. That was to me, Grand Slams are great. To me, that was the play of the game because we stopped any momentum that they had. Demoralizing for them. Outstanding play. These guys are making plays left and right.
I love defense. It's so fun. So I saw like off the bat and it didn't seem like hard. So I just thought, I was like, I think I can get to this. Just hope my hammy doesn't give. But
if anyone's hamstring is popping, it's mine. You're the young one here.
But I thought I could get to it, and I just off to the races, man.
Nice. All right, last question for you guys. Looking forward to tomorrow. You're in the bracket. There's a possibility of losers or winners bracket, I believe, at this point. Mm-hmm. Can you walk me through your mentality going in? Is there a certain team that you would love to face in the first round, etc.?
Love is. I feel like we match up well with them.
Yeah.
I know they're hot right now, but let's take them down a notch. I don't want to think too far ahead. We'll see how the rest of the games play out in this tournament. The 5 seed, I think, has a day off.
Yeah.
We're getting real technical here. A day off for me, not playing, this old arm would do me wonders, but that means we're in the double elimination bracket. Yeah. So it's like, I love getting the winners bracket. And then whoever we get at that point, we're feeling good. Like we have some momentum back. I'm okay with pretty much anyone.
Honestly, like, I'd love to have Rotten again. Like, even though like I think they're the best team in the tournament, like, I mean, we've proved that. Even though like the score like it looks 4-1, like it looks bad, but I mean, we were in that game up until the last.
We had hook, line, and sinker.
We had,
but that's not really what hook, line, sinker means. That means you got the fish.
Yeah,
but it was on the hook.
It snapped. It got the hook away from us. But I think. I mean, honestly, any team like I'm looking forward to playing. I think we kind of did a little bit of math. I don't think we're going to be lower than 5. I think we can get into the winners or losers bracket. But again, 5's not a bad place to be because 5's not a bad place to be because you get the day off. And I am young, but I could also use it. But obviously, like winners bracket is like where you want to be.
I'm young and I can use it.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Kels, let's turn the conversation to hook, line, sinkers.
Okay.
You could see a sense of relief, and I loved it that, Dan's like, listen, you could say whatever you want about my Grand Slam. Drew Davis made the defensive play of the game there in the top of the second.
Yeah, and Drew has been so good the last 2 days. He's had some emotional moments, but Dan also has been such a good teammate hyping him up. But he said he has never seen anybody in the warehouse cover that much ground. And Drew said, look, I love defense. And that was such a good play. I love how Dan gave him the credit. Even though Dan had the Grand Slam, he said that was the play of the game. We stopped their momentum.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, they're such an interesting team because they both can hit now. They both can pitch. One's a righty, one's a lefty. They're going to be in this tournament, man. I think they're going to be a tough out.
Yeah, and you know what else I was finding interesting what they were talking about? You noticed Dan icing his arm.
Yes.
Dan's 35 years old. I don't know if that...
Left arm. Just stay like this the rest of the time. Left. Yeah, this one. Yeah, he's 35 years old.
Dan was icing his arm.
What are you saying about people who are 35 or older?
Well, I'm not saying much. I'm just saying there's a lot of young guys in this tournament, and they were both saying how they could really use that off day. Don't take this personally.
How could
this is not about you, Chris Rose.
But however, I am far and away the oldest person that's ever set foot in this warehouse. Just want to tell you. Okay, McFlurry Power. Here's the deal for them.
Okay.
We don't want to fill your head with too many numbers here. They are rooting for a blowout in the game between Baggage and Pinstripe Strong. They don't care who wins by 5. They want somebody to win by 5. That way they'll creep into this thing.
Yeah, and I feel like, especially with K-Mac, they still have the confidence that they can go out and win some games. You heard K-Mac talking about he was not happy about that replay review yesterday, or the game 1 for them. They blamed the loss on the fan interference. There does seem to be excuses for every loss. But like they said in their post-game press conference, if both of them can click at the same time, there is a lot of talent on that team.
There is. They came after our guy Moylan. They looked up here in the booth and said, learn the rules, ball don't lie. Now, it didn't end up mattering at all because he ended up getting the strikeout a couple of pitches later. But still, you're right. Sometimes you got to look a little bit on the inside instead of the outside for the
inside of the heart. Inside of the heart.
Next time we see you, a pair of 1-0 teams are going at it. The 2-time defending champion, Forgotten Rotten. The newcomers to the party, Team Como.
Wow.
Somebody's improving at 2-0. For Kelsey Wingert, For PT Moylan,
Peter Moylan.
I am Chris Rose. Thanks for tuning into the Postgame Show, presented to you by Shady Rays.